3, 2, 1.
What's up, man? I'm not sure what y'all seen or what y'all heard, but let's talk to everybody. Welcome to Seen and Not Heard. Today we're going to talk about the Vince Staples Show.
Yes.
Did y'all catch that?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, for me, I liked the show overall. But I got some specifics. Y'all got some specifics?
Should we go overall? You know what I mean? Before we. Yo, why
breaking
you
it
got
down.
that?
Let's go. I'm trying to see where you take it. Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's a hit. It's a hit.
Yeah.
It's a home run.
I mean, give him more money.
That's a fact. Like, yo, give him more money to make more episodes, but don't use the money to, like, don't enhance the show in any way.
Yeah, don't
Maybe,
change the
like,
production.
if you want to get some other, like, cameos from celebrities or something.
Yeah.
But, yeah, don't change
Don't
the
even
production.
overdo
Yeah,
that.
like Bad Boys 2, they went wild.
Yeah, Rick Ross was
Yeah.
already
They got
too
more.
much.
Wait, what'd you say, bro?
Like Bad
He
Boys
said
2.
bad boys.
Bad Boys 2, when they got more bread.
They got
They
crazy,
had,
though.
yeah, it got crazy. They had
A
it
little
look
too
like
much.
Grand Theft Auto the second.
I feel like
Like
it
they
took away
needed
from
a
their
pay cut?
relationship.
Yeah,
You
like
know what I mean? Like, it wasn't Bad Boys no more. It was like, yeah.
right. It was they lost like the essence of the show. So I feel what you're saying.
So it was a limited series on Netflix, and it had 5 episodes. It's a quick watch to anybody that hasn't heard about it. Oh yeah, when you do review shows and stuff like that, you're supposed to give people a thing that's a spoiler alert, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
so
guess,
This is
yeah.
what this is
So-
all gonna be.
Yeah, we about to talk
Spoiler
about the whole
alert.
show.
Yeah,
We will be talking
Oh, if
engraved
you haven't watched it, don't watch
in
it.
grave detail.
Yeah,
So
we about to talk about the
take
whole show.
this as your suggestion to watch the show, and pause, and then come back to us later.
Yeah.
But other than that, we've all watched the show.
Right.
So it was a limited series. It was literally probably like a movie's length of content.
Yeah.
Because when you watch it all together, it's about an hour and a half, hour 40.
Yeah. 5 episodes, right?
Yeah. 5 episodes. Did
I feel
you
like
notice?
It kind of did what it needed to do, basically.
That's it.
Yeah.
Did you notice that all the episode titles are colors?
Nah. Yo, can I tell you? Look.
Let's get it.
800%. Like pre-show, we was just everybody was talking. Okay, you brought up the theme through the thing through the shows. We'll talk about it. Yo, I'm watching this show like, yo, what am I here for? Like, what? Like,
Okay.
Yo, I don't know if I'm just jaded. I don't know if I seen too much TV. I was trying to figure out what was I missing.
Like the purpose of it overall, like the
okay.
message
Yeah,
overall.
like what was the like it made me even go back to because I know he did episodes on YouTube.
Yep.
So I'm like, let me go and watch those.
And those were more
right?
improv based.
But then I'm thinking though, like something like what's the show about? Like they didn't,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
I take it as a Seinfeld show about nothing.
Exactly.
But
Okay.
everyday experiences that each episode could be, like the soup Nazi. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like we
right.
all know we've been to restaurants where people are crazy. I feel like each episode is not necessarily supposed to hit a certain chord,
Right.
but it's hitting everybody in different ways.
Yeah, being lost in a
Different
parking lot.
vibrations.
Like
Right.
very everyday experiences being exaggerated
Right.
for the sake of show.
It's like a day in a life event.
That's
staples type
exactly
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, right.
And
right.
I mean, similar to Seinfeld, Curb. I
Right.
know you've seen Curb
Right,
too,
yeah,
more than
yeah,
likely.
Arrested Development.
Yep.
Shows
Right.
like that
Yeah,
that just
yeah,
like
yeah.
don't really have like much purpose of message. So.
I guess I don't know because he only had the 5. I just felt like that first episode didn't set that up for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like yo, this is. I mean, it just felt like he just got right into it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like so, and then I was like, okay, well maybe I gotta apply what I know about Vince Staples to this show. So now I'm like watching, looking for things because yo, his interviews and all, he's wild.
100%. Random outlandish statements. Like, yeah, he's a very
right.
Yeah.
he is that
Super smart
character.
kid. Yeah, like and so I think I was looking. I was trying to figure out like what is this? What is the show total the overall about? And yeah, it makes sense. A day in the life of Vince Staples. You know what I mean?
And he
what
said
you
that in the
was
interview too.
How you don't get enough, like it's so quick.
Yeah.
A lot of people complained about that. They were like, "Oh, it's like so short. Like we
Right.
don't really get a taste of the full show. Like after the fifth episode, you're like, I want more." But for me, I feel like it was well balanced to be a limited series.
Right.
I feel like people are taking away the word limited series. You know.
But that's also where creative meets business, because they had to like, I seen it in an interview where he had to talk about like Netflix and budgeting and what they allowed,
Right.
because it was his first shot.
Right.
But I mean, it did get executive produced by Kenya Barris too,
right.
so he had like some help as far as keeping it true to the goal.
Yep.
And then there were a couple things that he said that were like a little bit more outlandish that he
Right.
couldn't pull off. That they were like, "Yo, bro, can't
That's
do it."
shoot. I feel like, you know how most like first season when they have the pilot, maybe the first season maybe like 8 episodes, but if it's successful, it'd be 16 for the second season.
Right.
It could be something like that.
And that's where
Trying to feed
that's
it.
where they are.
See that like if the 5 is that I can get.
Like it's a
That makes
glimpse of
sense
what
to
you
me.
can get.
Yeah,
And to
like-
keep it, if it gets picked up, keep it to 8. I think 8 would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't go
think
past
so,
10.
too.
Yeah.
10 to be the
I
max.
wouldn't go past 10.
But then you have to think about like, will he turn them cohesive now, or will they always be sporadic the way they are?
Yeah, 'cause she's a big believer that it's not in chronological order.
It's not.
It didn't seem like it to me either.
Yeah.
That was the other thing. I'm like, what is going on? You know what I mean?
So, for
Like,
instance, like if you peep, like the very opening scene where you hear the radio broadcast before the lady turns it off, that's the shooting he did in the 5th episode. The exact shooting, because when he sits down at the news broadcast,
Fucked
is
me
the
up when she said
exact
that, too.
woman saying the exact same thing. So I feel like in the second episode, he went to jail, mistaken identity, but he was shooting all over Long Beach.
right. Okay. All right.
So
all right,
I think like that's what I took away from it.
all right. And then that's the other. Yo, y'all are
20
helping me
minutes,
right now because I
20
was
minutes
looking
an
for help.
episode, he got crazy. Like he got crazy. Packing
Yeah.
all the content. Like,
Yeah, he did. It was very clever. It was
But I'm
very
glad that
clever.
we're all not saying that you didn't like it,
Yeah.
but I'm glad that you were skeptic enough of it
Yeah.
to have like critiques and or like a little bit of opposition on the question side.
right.
Because I mean now it's like almost like one of those things where you like defend it. If you like it, defend it.
Right. Yeah, because yo,
Because now I want to go through your list of questions.
right. Yeah, man. I was just trying to figure out. Like, I'm like, okay, like what is this happening right now, or whatever. So, y'all are helping me right now. Oh, I was about to say, I went to YouTube. Like, you watch a Marvel movie, one of them superhero joints. You go to YouTube for the Easter eggs. Yo, I've never done that for a regular show in my life. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, maybe somebody watched it and can give me all of the little things that I missed or something or whatever.
Did that happen?
Nah, there wasn't none on YouTube.
No,
So I
it's-
mean, one thing I'll say in defense of the show: if you've watched movies and you've never gone to that length, and you're in that field, it's challenging thought,
Right.
which
yeah,
is cool.
Right,
I mean, I know part of
right,
it is the fact that it's like homework to be here,
Right.
But still,
Right.
you
Nah,
didn't just write it off like, yo, I don't get it, I don't like it, whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm like, especially like I like the deep things. You know what I mean? Like
Pause.
good looking, my boy. Good looking. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah.
and I feel like
Now you don't want to talk.
that's what he do, right? But I feel like the fun thing about the show is like as you find the Easter eggs, you
Yeah.
start enjoying the episodes more.
Right.
It makes you get more curious, like, oh, what's this next scene? What does this scene mean?
Right.
Like as you start finding them.
Yeah, off top, like I already feel like you know what I mean? Like, damn, okay, y'all helping me see what I missed. Maybe I can go back. But yo, this part, I laughed.
That's good.
I liked episodes, but I still, you know what I mean? So
That-
yeah,
you're
once
looking
you
for,
get
like,
in,
You walked away like, what was the
Yeah, like-
purpose?
like yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people want to feel different when they watch something. It takes their time away. Like
Right.
to have something, but it's so all over the place. You feel so many different things.
that's
I think
yeah.
I think the takeaway is the relatability though. Because like like it's like different like theories come from it. Like like I know like I had a convo with Swing, I had a convo with Shay, and we just talked about like different things that are like interwoven into the show. Like I mean like honestly like it was interesting. Obvious it's weird that I'm gonna talk about the last episode first, but on the White Boy episode, like if you notice, at first I was like, oh, he's an innocent little kid. Because like they have him like play the game, like put the headphones on, and all types of craziness is happening. But he's not innocent.
right.
He's desensitized. Because if you think about it, he was able to be like, yo, my dad knows you. And then like when he's like, oh, okay, well tell him his friends. He's like, you're not friends.
Right.
So he's not innocent.
So he's heard
Yeah, you're
stories
right.
before.
He's not innocent at
clearly.
all. He's just
Right, right.
desensitized to violence.
Right. Yeah, yo.
Yeah, real shit. Yeah.
And I feel like there's a cycle there too, because at the beginning of that episode, you see Vince as a young child. His father
Yeah.
goes to prison.
Yeah.
He
And
has
he's
to grow up.
desensitized to it.
So now he just desensitized the child even more because you just killed his father.
And just wave to him right
All
after
right.
doing it.
I'm about to admit this, right? Yo, I'm a little jaded. I
Yeah.
think that is. There's been so many things now, right? Like just whatever your shows, AAT, you know what I mean? Like that's similar or whatever. That like I got to this one and like I'm just
Not looking
I'm
at all
jaded,
the layers of
you
it.
know what I
right?
mean? Like because there's so many things where with the deep and the Easter eggs and the extras and the themes. Like yo, the chicken joint. Like what's the movie about the clones?
Oh, Tyrone. They call him
Oh,
Tyrone.
they call him Tyrone. Yeah.
The Tyrone joint. Like, I just watched that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's
Yeah.
fresh. Yeah.
So,
It's already up in the
it's
back
like
of your mind.
even the
yeah.
whole chicken theme episode thing, like
Starts making you think about-
But it's like you have
It's
to
been
look at
done.
different layers. It's an onion. For instance, I looked at it as look at how he was treated with every black person that was supposed to help him in that amusement park.
Yeah.
Only the Asian person and the white person helped him out and got him some chicken.
yeah, you're right.
The women at the place wouldn't help him at the
Yeah.
information.
Oh yeah,
The man wouldn't even let him talk because he just assumed he was on the block. He ain't like.
Right,
And then
right.
handed his homeboy some chicken. Said that's my air
That's
fryer in the
my
back.
nigga.
That's
like my deep fryer.
He said, that's my deep fryer and that's my nigga.
So, and then he's like, dang, y'all. And then he
Right.
turns the corner and the H dude's like, hey,
What do
for
you
some
ask him?
chicken?
He's like, yo, you want white or dark?
But
Yeah,
we don't
We
got
got-
we
we
don't
got
got
dark.
dirt.
but isn't that prevalent?
He was already ready to start trouble.
Right.
But isn't that prevalent in the city that there's always a Chinese restaurant?
Yeah.
So of course the
absolutely.
Chinese dude will help you get
Will
to the
help you
chicken.
get there. Right. Yo, that's crazy. I'm realizing how jaded I am. Yo, I need like a TV reset.
Like,
I'm about to go watch.
He's like, I'm gonna run it back.
Yeah, man. I gotta watch some episodes of something insignificant for a little
like,
while.
Right.
Where I don't,
Fucking
you know what I
Golden
mean?
Girls or
Where
some
everything's
shit,
Yeah.
Just completely cleanse the
where
palate.
all the
Yeah.
things
Cleanse
is
it.
right in front of my face, so
Yeah.
that you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
but you spoke about Easter eggs, so I know that y'all seen some different ones. Like, well, first off, for novices, because I'm personally just a dude that doesn't watch stuff at the level of like analyzing it, so I always be the ignorant one on the show. What are Easter eggs? Talk to us that don't know.
It's just like a hidden gem, hidden reference. Could reference something else from pop culture. Could reference something else like you spoke about Marvel movies. You know what I'm saying? So like with a Marvel movie, they're always referencing other comic book IP or something like that, or something that either has happened in the past or something that's going to happen in like the future. So it's just a gem for the nerds in the room.
Okay, so like a homage, more or less.
Homage, a hint, a clue, or just something cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Or like just one of them like something that if you know type things.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean?
Like Marvel, is that, I'm going to sound crazy, but Stanley? Is that the
Yeah,
theater?
yeah.
Like how he pops up in every movie.
Right.
Find
Yes.
him.
Yeah,
He plays
Yes.
a character
Well,
almost in
yeah.
every movie. So
Yep, that's
I'm a nod
technically
because you're
Easter
supposed to.
Right.
You know how when you see people nod, you nod back.
Yeah.
Like, but like,
Smoke that, yeah.
like in my head, I'm like, I don't know what these niggas
I
is
don't know what
talking
they're
about.
talking about. I know.
Nah, it could just be like a line, like you know what I mean, like
That's why I said so. Like,
say
if
the
I
line of
related
the
to
movie
writing
in the
music,
movie.
Yes.
I'm gonna say like it's just like when you like, and I wish I never met her
It'll
at
be-
all.
Interpolation,
Yes.
some shit like that.
Gotcha.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's a good way to
Perfect,
say it, and that's what
perfect.
I was trying to think of a music reference with. Yeah,
Try to speak my language.
bro, how it get to be your language?
No, I'm
It's
just
'cause
saying
I don't
like.
rap raps.
No, I'm
you're
just saying
you
everybody
speaking- oh.
here, like y'all talking to me, like breaking it down. Like if I was
Oh.
gonna say something in film terms,
Oh,
it's
I
because
got
it's your
you.
profession.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I feel
Like something
I
you
feel
do.
Right.
That's
right.
all.
Right,
I
I
wasn't
get it.
like
Okay.
owning music. Like, nah,
Yo, but
it's not that deep.
It's like a Zoom, Chris. That's what it's.
Right. Like, yeah, like when I
It's like
focus
a
on this
zoom.
part of the verse,
Yeah.
it's like when you
Slow
slow pan.
All right,
Oh,
I
man.
got it. I got
All
it.
right, so I guess we're gonna like rein it in a little bit.
Yeah.
So now that we got like overall like feeling of the show, and we know that you were like not against the show, but not for it. As far as like,
because
you
what
didn't
I
feel
was,
Just more cynical
I don't
of
even
it.
know what I was about it.
Just
Yeah,
watching
but
it like
you weren't
I'm
against
jaded.
it though.
Yeah, I wasn't against it, but like
So as a person that wasn't for the whole series, what was your favorite episode?
my favorite episode was I think the bank robbery. I think it was the bank robbery.
But like it's just a good episode.
Yeah,
So we start there. We start with the black business episode.
Episode 2.
That's what it was.
Now, from the beginning of the episode, what do we got? We got
Gets assumed as like he's loitering.
okay.
Yo, what did she say? Bathrooms are for customers only.
Right.
Before she said hello.
Before she, not even looking.
She didn't even look
Right.
up. She didn't
Yo,
look
she
up.
not even
just
clicking
sensed
nothing on the
his
computer.
African American
Like,
presence.
yeah.
She
Right.
just sensed it radiated on her forehead.
Like no public restrooms.
She like, sir,
Handle-
the shadow, blocking everything.
Yo, and then being laughed at looking for an SBA loan, yo, because it kind of looks like it's a bigger type of
branch,
bank,
yeah.
yo, you know what I'm saying, a bigger branch, yo. So I took that obviously as an insult, and it's just like what, like, yo, black man briefcase. Grant, he got a Louis V briefcase. It's fly, but
Yo,
this nigga shit, yo, you know what I'm saying?
For
Showing
sure.
Up, yo, fly Carhartt, all that shit, yo. But it's like,
the
being laughed at for an
the
SBA loan,
denim
but like,
tears Carhartt collab. Very
yeah,
nice.
it's very nice. Yeah, being laughed out the lobby, damn near. Like,
Now, I ain't gonna steal your take
What?
about Louis.
Oh, I felt like his whole like outfit was giving me like old school like Kanye. Like, even if you in the Benz, you still a nigga in the coupe.
Yeah.
You would wear
So and
those.
that's
Like,
how
I
he was
remember
getting
the
treated.
first time he
Yeah.
presented that
Yeah.
song before he made it a song, he did on Def Poetry Jam.
Yeah.
And he set up the whole
did,
stage
yeah.
With the Louis trunk.
briefcase.
Oh shit.
And then when the bank robber is saying like, "We got the Louis
did.
on,
Got the
Versace,"
Louis on.
you know what I mean?
But
That's when I took
but
away
that's
because I'm like, you're so like loud.
but then when me and her was
right,
talking about it, you know, it's funny how the guy pronounces Louis Vuitton improperly. But that's how Kanye and Subconscious says. I can't even pronounce nothing past that Versace.
Yeah.
Versace, yeah.
Yo.
And I feel like that speaks to his
I'm
outfit.
jaded. Yo, I'm jaded.
We're like, let me run it back. This is good. This is a good show.
I feel like there's a lot of like imagery there. I feel like there's a
Yeah.
lot of symbolism there that you can like catch on to.
Yeah.
You know? So I feel he got turned down for a loan for something healthy for the hood.
I was gonna,
and then he
was
walks
gonna
out
bring
to
that up.
wings and champagne.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
they do business with Ross.
Hold on, but time out though.
They
Hold
do
on,
business
hold
with
on,
Ross,
hold on,
and he
hold
had
on.
that
wings.
he knows Ross.
Hold on. That proposal though, where he was trying to pitch like the
Like a
way-
pound.
When he says, "Yo, do you know what the number one thing that kills
said
the
guns.
black
Guns.
community?
Guns.
Guns." Yo, he
Guns.
said that shit so
He
quick.
said,
yo.
Yeah.
guns, high
Right.
cholesterol.
Right.
But you know what else is
Sugar.
funny about that part? I was telling you that when you are when you're behind, even though you're trying to do better, there was such a like cultural gap between black people and white in that moment when he laughs at him handing him the perspectives. But I'm like, yo, like as far as what he heard from his family, like anybody that's doing well, like that's how they got a business plan.
right.
Like you write this down, da da da. He's like, yo, like where's the email? He's like, yo, he's like, yo, it's been a while since I've seen this.
That part I did notice. You know what I mean? I'm like,
That fucked me
he's
up, though.
Yeah, but he was giving him like the old school business.
That's
like
the way you're supposed to go about it. Yo.
Nah, it's not.
Not no more.
anymore.
No more, no business plan.
Like
no
back in
nothing.
the day, you
Nah,
could
business
go into the
plan.
Here's my
bank
credit
and
score,
have
here's the
your
email.
business
Here's-
plan.
That's crazy.
Because even the way not the
Like just coming out with a
business
folder is like kind of like so
Yeah.
passive. Like imagine somebody standing outside the club handing you a CD physically right now.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm dubbing
The
that.
thing now,
Exactly.
they want to see
Right.
profit that you made. Like they don't care about the projected profit. They
Right.
want to be like, what have you done that was
Well,
successful?
And,
that
yo,
will
and
cover
even
loss?
he didn't even have the thing. The thing wasn't happening already. The product
what I
wasn't.
mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
yep.
That could be also a parallel to like the music industry, bro. We listen to all these pods where they're talking about dudes going viral first, like these label execs. They don't care like how good you are as a rapper. They want to see, oh, do you already got 1 million followers? Do you already have a couple songs that's popping?
And mail your mixtape in.
But see, the
You know what I
thing-
mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, bro, is I feel like the whole episode kept doing that
What, like,
because it
showing
was
different
called
parallels?
Black Business.
Yeah.
So it's like Black Business, like a music, like a record deal is a loan. That's a black business.
Yeah.
not controlled by us, but it is a black business. When they do the slavery thing, when it's like, oh, this is a nicer master than the old master, when the old dude's up there, that's a black business.
Speaking of
like
slavery, you signed a 15-album deal. Did you catch it?
Yo,
exactly.
Crazy. Yo, I'm like, yo, hold up.
Yeah,
Locked in
That's
for
just
life.
locked
Yeah.
in, yo. Vince only got about 5, so he got a long way to go.
If you do a heist, you're George Clooney. If you do a robbery,
yes.
you're
You're
Queen
Queen
Latifah.
Latifah. I love
that. I
Black
love that part.
business,
Yeah.
black
I love that
crime,
part.
like all of it. Yeah.
Damn.
Bro, I couldn't help but think back to Malcolm X, yo, when he's talking with the janitor, yo, where Malcolm X talking about, yo, the slave, the house nigga,
Yeah.
the field nigga, yo, like the master would be like, yo, what, we sick, yo.
He
Like,
said
hold
it.
up.
He said if he say sweep, I'm a sweep.
I'm a sweep. That shit's
They
crazy.
start singing "Wade in the Water."
Yo, but even that, right?
Yo.
That's one of the most obvious things in the whole joint, right? But when we got there, I'm like, what?
Why? Like,
Talking to him about right now.
but then he
What
gave
is going
gave
on?
him that history lesson, gave him the code to the safe.
Yeah, it did. It did. So it did.
1890 something or whatever.
Yeah, whatever the year was.
January
Right?
16th.
Yeah, that shit
Yeah.
fucked me up.
Yeah.
Everything happens because it's such condensed. Everything has to
Yeah.
happen for a reason. Like there's not enough time for them to
Can't
fluff
waste.
anything.
Yeah, you're right.
But
You're right.
back to
Everything they
being
show.
desensitized. Look at the bank robbers. They're so desensitized.
Oh my gosh, you're the worst bank robbers
In
ever.
the middle of a robbery. In the middle of a robbery, he's
every
dancing with the gun like,
I know that. God, what you doing over here?
you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
and then my man is over here like full blown bagging shorty while he's in the middle of a robbery.
Yeah, all of
Yo,
that.
I'm 6 foot. I'm 6 foot sexy.
He said, yo,
He said,
hold
I'm
up,
caramel
I'm working here. Yo. He said, I'm
Yo,
working
he's like,
right
yo,
now.
there's something you need to see about the robbery.
And then, so this one thing. All right, so I'm super critical of All right, I gotta explain this, I guess. All right,
This
so
sounds like this
Critical
about
of
to be
criminals,
bad.
yo.
I'm super critical of criminals. It's okay.
No, say it.
I understand. All right, this is gonna maybe sound a little wild.
Tell
I
your truth.
understand crime, I guess sometimes, but sometimes I watch the crime and I'm like, of all crimes to commit, why'd you choose that crime? Or like, why'd you do it that way? Like this is high risk. You know what I mean? I don't know these crimes to actually like work out. So not too long ago, some people stole an ATM. I'm thinking y'all didn't see Barbershop? That don't
Yo,
work out
it
well.
don't work out like that.
It don't work out that good.
But
You know
that's
what
why I
mean?
think the part about the heist
It
and
was-
George Clooney versus
yeah.
and they were like, "Where's my They were
Right,
like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, we did not think this."
But they were
out."
just bad criminals.
They were
But
horrible.
then-
They were
The whole
horrible.
time they're
But
talking,
bro-
I'm like, you know your time
Right.
right now.
When
Why
he
you asking
brings
about
up
his mama right now?
The dollar amount. He said,
Oh,
I
it's
just
$800.
want like 100,
800
800
thou wow.
He's like, yeah, I'm not greedy. I'm like,
thou
yo, what
wow.
are we talking about
800
here?
thou wow.
But wait, the bigger problem.
Airbnb in Mexico for a
I was
week?
about to say, you
on,
are
yo.
like I'm judging
Nigga,
you.
black
Yes.
shit.
I'm
It's
judging
black
you
shit.
because you're
Throw the-
expecting
throw the
intellect
pilot out.
from a person that thinks he learned how to fly
Fly
on the
On
Oculus.
the Oculus, bro.
You know it's real.
You should expect him to be dumb. Like,
They got a flight program, yo. It's like
It's like, yo, it's mad
Like,
realistic.
come on,
Yo, we just gonna get the helicopter here, and after we get the helicopter here, we actually gonna push him off the building,
That's what
and
I
we gonna
said.
fly
I
to
said,
Mexico.
What?
Like y'all whole plan was bad.
Yeah.
But in real
Horrible.
life, I be watching these people and they plans be bad.
Me too.
Like,
But that's what makes the show real.
I know.
I was 14 on a Tuesday.
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah.
I came home and I was like, I'm about to go to community center right around the corner, grab my ball. You know, the old school Walkman, put it in my little bag.
Right.
Start dribbling.
Walkman
Right.
days.
Cousin pulled up in this minivan. He's like, yo, you want to ride? I was like, yeah. Hopped in. I'm just looking at both of them. I'm in the middle part. And I'm like, is that a screwdriver in the ignition?
Shit.
Why aren't you? When did you do this? When the school bell rang? I said, oh, pull over. Oh, we're right there. Pull over. He was like, I was just trying to help you out, cuz. I looked
But
at him like,
but that's how
do you
casual
know I
people
will
be.
go to jail with
Right,
you? I'm
right.
right around the corner. You should just let me walk. Why
Right.
would you think to? Why do you have time to pull over in a stolen car?
Right.
Because
Exactly.
that's how casual we in that. That's what the show is depicting.
Yeah.
Is we're casual in the middle of crime.
Right.
We're literally fine with it. We're so fine with it that we don't realize we're endangering others while bringing them on for the
Just
ride.
shows you
No
how
pun
instantly
intended.
connected
Right.
you are. He knew
Right.
the people in the bank.
Right.
After just being declined.
And
he
then
said, the nigga with the flowers.
Right.
He said, "Oh, I know that ain't my. Oh, I know."
Want to turn
He's the
around,
only
yo.
nigga in
That's
here.
how antisocial Vince
said-
is, yo. Like, crazy.
Yo, shout, but
Nigga with the flowers.
but
flowers.
That shit did
but
have me
Vince
rolling.
showed he was so observant so many times in that episode.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Like when he's just making the coffee and he's like, "Yo, you left his hand untied," and then he's like,
Yeah.
like when
Yeah.
he's about to escape the bank, and then he's like, "Yo, I think I'm gonna stay with y'all." Like he's
Right.
very aware of what's going on while he's casually.
All the way to the end. Yo, I wouldn't do that if I were you. And
Yep. Boom.
Then he
Right.
still give him the
Yeah.
props. So y'all got every place locked up. This is big deal. Yeah.
Right.
Which
yeah,
is
like, y'all
another-
He was
killing
like, you
it.
know, real
Y'all got this.
professional.
Right,
Which
right,
is
right.
another stab at black businesses. Because look at everything he went through to finally get the dude to approve him.
Right.
And then when that dude's finally going to approve him, he gets
Gone.
killed.
clipped.
Right, right.
That's his privilege.
But
Gone. I wouldn't
But-
do that if I was you.
it could have been something that happened off camera. You think he really got the loan? Because at the end of the show, they run the cereal
They
commercial.
do. They
Yeah.
do run the cereal commercial.
You know what I'm saying?
Who
So
knows?
I-
Who knows? Yeah.
knows,
Kapow.
yeah.
You know, it's funny for the son to
And
have
the
to look at that.
Right.
Oh, man.
Right.
And if it's not in
Oh.
order,
Easter egg, Kill Bill.
Oh,
When, you've seen Kill Bill, right?
yeah.
So Uma Thurman and Vivica Fox, when they have their fight, the name on the cereal box, because she has a gun in the cereal box, she takes a shot at Uma Thurman. It's Kapow cereal.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a new
Okay.
one. I didn't see that
that
one.
was fire.
Yeah,
Because I was wondering where he got the name Kapow
Yeah,
from.
like, come on,
Because I know
yeah.
he pulled it out Kapow. I
Right.
was like,
Yeah, that was very
you want to
aggressive.
scare him after he said guns?
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that was very aggressive.
Yeah, no, I like that one.
That's a damn, yo, I missed it.
I watched it, but I missed
We
it.
know
There's
episode
so
two.
many. There's so many.
There's so
Easter
many
eggs,
clever
callbacks,
things, yeah.
everything.
I mean,
It's-
but
it's
like
insane.
speaking of the white boy episode, so that was like I mean, because you're talking about Easter eggs and that was the one that y'all were talking about with where were those with the
the Pulp Fiction
laundry
references.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah,
Quentin
Pulp
Tarantino
Fiction.
references.
Both of their
yeah.
names was Vincent.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the
My
guy who
dad's
was
name
chasing
is
was
Vincent too.
Vincent.
That shit messed me up. So I wouldn't have caught it.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's distracting
Like,
when
his
you have a
name is
personal
Vincent.
time
I'm like, yeah, my
Fiction was
daddy
Vincent.
too.
because that you had
And look how
a,
resonate. My dad's nickname is Bam Bam, and they mentioned
she
a
was-
person named
so she
Bam
was
Bam in the first
distracted.
episode.
That's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh
That's
man,
dope.
There's a lot of gems in there. Yeah,
100%.
The dead president's face paint. You know
that
what
was
I'm saying?
just
Like,
I love that.
Yo,
it's so black, yo.
Homie,
It's so black.
He
I
said
love that
Epsom
shit.
salt. He said, I let her know because she only be eating.
she don't even
Yeah.
eat it, so
She said
That was
it's
so
so
bad.
cold.
Yeah.
She
Oh
only be
my
eating
God,
salt.
yo.
I
That
said,
was so
oh my
bad.
that was
God.
sick.
Yo, we're so like as a culture, yo, we can be so, and I don't want to use ignorant with all the
Non-serious.
negative comments, non-serious,
Non-serious.
Right. But then like, yo, you want a coffee? He's like, yo, you want a, or it's a macchiato? Like, you want a
Yeah,
macchiato? He's like,
right.
yeah, not too much milk or whatever the fuck.
Like too much foam or something.
Yeah, oh, yeah, not too much
And
foam.
you was
Yeah,
saying
like,
that too. Like
big-
how
big-
we
we
still
robbing
have
a
that
bank, but we
preference.
cultured, yo. You know what I'm saying? Put the money on a blockchain.
Said they ain't got no taste. Mind you, he didn't know he didn't know the lyrics to the song, which was funny because he was saying "Na, na, na, magic."
And-
like, yo, y'all don't know it,
And
bro.
take
You
it
don't
back,
know it.
You don't even know it. The
right,
first
right.
episode, the white cop, like I said, the white
Do it
cop is the
word for
only one that
word.
really
I ain't
recognizes
really
who
read for
Vince
for
Staples in.
Napoleon.
He's singing the whole song,
Yeah,
while
he
his other
was.
two cops is like, what did the Mexican cop say? He's like, he just sounds like he's rambling or some shit.
Nah, but then the cop that arrested him tried to get tickets for him and his kids to the show, and he was like, "Yeah, they're probably not gonna understand it, but I think they'll have a great time." He's like, "Well, actually, it's 18 and over." Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
right.
about? Like, they can't go.
Right.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
So, oh man, wait.
What's I about to say?
Oh, we do have to dig through the Pink House episode with the jail episode. Like,
Yeah.
I have one question on that one.
well, my thing about Poke, I feel like that was to show how big, I mean, like how small cities are when
Yeah.
cats have the violence, because they made it very visible that he had the Long Beach tattoo on his forearms, even though like it's like, no, you're from that part of Long Beach. Like to show how like it's like, yo, if anybody knows anything about Vince Staples, it's like, you know, he's from Long Beach,
Right,
California.
right.
But it's like somebody within it would be, it's that divided. And that's like such a big inner city thing. I mean, we know, like we got like what? Like there was like 5 gangs connected by State Street.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's sometimes like kind of like you look at the big picture, but then when you get into it, you realize that
So segmented.
yeah, you know, because you would think like, all right, because if Long Beach, yo, it's kind of weird, but for some reason I was just thinking about this one time we were all at the Hippodrome, the whole Springfield, right? But the week before or the concert before, it was a problem with Connecticut dudes, right? So this time, like, because usually, like, there was the segmented groups, right?
For sure.
But the people that would go out would be the people who could go out, you know what I mean, without, right?
The dress codes and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
and the crazy on-site real
Like, yeah,
problems,
the more-
right?
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Because I remember at one point, everybody was getting tagged on Worthington. Like, no one could go out.
Right, but we were kind of like, I feel like it was just like we all know each other and you know, like, okay, these are the people from this crew that come outside. We're here, they're here. Nobody really spoke too tough, but it was like cordial, right? This night, everybody was on watch. Everybody felt together this night. You know what I mean? Like, we was all in one area because Connecticut was there.
It's
so
funny
it
how
like,
you'll pull up. You'll pull a us versus them.
Exactly.
You'll pull a us versus them.
Yeah, we will.
But as soon as we get them out of here, I hate
now
you again.
It's back to us. Yo, we gonna go back to ignoring each other, giving each other corny head nods and all of that, and being that cordial. You know, one level above acting super corny, or you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, it's like a us versus them. But yeah,
that's funny that you said that because that happens in jail.
Right, exactly. Right. Because it just turns around. Now it's Springfield versus when you know, in certain areas
or
or
it'd
whatever.
be culturally divided, race in jail, like all types of different divisions in jail.
Right, but you'll link up in places where you wouldn't have linked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What was your question about that?
Oh, it wasn't like deep. It was like, what was the Uno card about?
Yeah, I wanted to know that.
I didn't get that.
And then he put it in the sandwich and ate it.
He put it back, yo.
Because originally it wasn't in the sandwich. It wasn't. And then when he passed it to him, he was like, oh.
And
he said it was LSD.
That's what it was? Seriously?
Oh.
That's interesting.
Because it's a card, right?
What does that mean?
Well,
because
a lot of LSD, they put on little like cardboard dissolvable tabs. Yeah.
Wow.
That's interesting.
Thank you.
I was over there like, Uno card. What does that mean?
I was lost on I was definitely lost on the Uno card.
That's interesting. Yeah, that's deep.
We all learned something.
I want to go back and look at Homeboy's behavior after he ate it.
100%.
He was wild anyway.
Yeah, he was wild.
Yo, shout out to my man that said, he said, I really be doing the music. I'm genius. I mean, you're all right. No, he said, I mean, you're cool.
Yeah.
And give me an opportunity.
Right.
Because I'm great.
Rob was tripping.
Then wait, that's funny because his name's Rob. And then he actually mocked R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he did. I believe I can. When I realized a couple of things, I'm like, did they have to pay R. Kelly for that? Like
nah.
to use
put something on his book. I mean, it's an interpolation.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
you mocking a melody.
You
just mocking a melody.
Altered in a way, and once it's altered,
I don't know what the laws are on.
Like
all right,
copyright.
if you look at how much of the likeness that is used between the interpolation of R. Kelly and Brown family. I mean, what is it?
Brown family.
Yeah.
The whole.
Yeah.
I think OJ gets a check.
The OJ, yeah.
So the uncle was OJ Simpson.
Yeah.
He had the white Bronco, the one glove.
Yep, the one.
He had the sports memorabilia in the car when Vince
He
went
kept
to get it.
disappearing. The other people was like he caught a case in '94.
Yeah.
And then the mom told
still is hilarious.
The mom told Vince at the very beginning, keep your little white girlfriend away from Uncle Jack.
Yeah.
See, I was so caught up in him being like the one who had money in the family, the old. Because it seemed like Vince was the new
money.
Yeah. And that's where he got his money from when he left school and he did all that. Yeah.
He had the USC sweatshirt on.
He did.
Yeah.
Reliving the glory days.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And if you I'm sick. I got OJ on Twitter since he made
you're
his account.
bugging. You are sick.
Yeah, he's a nut. Yeah, he's a nut.
He's always
wild.
on.
But like how he does his posts. He posts like an old ass man. Hey guys, it's OJ.
He be saying some
just
wild
like the uncle.
I'm like, you shouldn't say that. You shouldn't say that, sir.
Yeah,
but
the way
he be
he
saying
did.
some wild stuff.
Damn. Yeah, that at the end with the
And then at the end, the
sign
song that
was
was playing was OJ's.
Yeah,
The family reunion when they were
OJ's.
fighting. Family reunion.
Playing OJ's. Yup.
See how much?
Yeah.
Yo,
Vince,
he had no idea he was gonna feel this way. He knew he was gonna come and say this show is pointless.
Rewatch
the watch back is crazy.
It's gonna be a whole different show.
I'm gonna tell you where they wore me out at. Y'all remember the movie Soul? The Disney joint?
For sure.
When they think piece the hell out of Soul, I gave up, yo. And I think that's when I was.
That's when you tapped out?
I got burnt out, man. I couldn't figure it.
Is this roping you back?
It's good. You know what I mean? Like, so I at least like the connections, and it seems like it seems like it's worth. You know what I mean?
It's adding value to the 20 minutes per episode.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
See, I definitely feel you on like this. Like, there's something that happened in Hollywood. Like, there's like a black renaissance where it's just like, we weren't getting a lot of movies and shows, or just a lot of media made that was like deep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, now I don't want to shit on Tyler Perry, but a lot of the shit that was getting made in black media was like very surface level.
Mm-hmm.
You know, fucking marital problems. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Relationship problems.
Right.
You know,
I mean, or the way it laid into the stereotype was like very heavy-handed.
I hated the era of like the Soul Plane movies, how like those all came out. Like everyone loved Soul Plane, but after a while, like they were coming out back to back to back, and there was just like no purpose to them, and all they did was feed into the stereotypes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, give me something with substance.
Yeah.
These aren't funny to me no more. Like,
But I mean, even with Tyler Perry, y'all watch the plays more than y'all watch the movies.
Yeah, because the movies are too heavy-handed. Like, they're too heavy-handed with the things he does with those movies. Like, the plays aren't as bad. So
I don't want to give Jordan Peele like all the credit, but like
that's your man.
Whenever Get Out came out, was that 2016, 17, 18?
Get Out.
Yeah.
You said that to me too, yeah.
Yeah, like that's when shit started to like change a little bit, and it's like, oh shit, there's a lot of money in
Being
Insecure,
thought-provoking.
with Issa, you know.
Right.
Insecure is great.
that's when I feel like it started turning again to more value.
Yes,
you know?
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
Yeah, for a while we didn't have that anymore.
Movies like fucking Black Dynamite. If you ever seen Black Dynamite, that's a little older. That's probably Black Dynamite is that shit, yo.
I watched that while I was in labor with my daughter.
Oh shit! Damn. Oh shit! Yeah, cracking up, yo. Shit, this probably should come out earlier, yo. Because that movie's a riot, yo. It's a riot, and it's a lot of deep CIA.
And he ironically
shit.
wasn't he in a Tyler Perry movie though? Like, Why Did
Michael
I Get
Jai White?
Married? Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He played.
Why did I get married?
He was just evil. He played that.
When
Yep.
when she got the
that's how you name the
yeah. She was like you ain't get the VD from her. You got it from Walter. He was like,
no,
I ain't
I
gay.
didn't.
He was like, no, I slept with her.
I was just waiting on you.
That was so out of pocket.
Oh,
man.
But we've been blessed with a renaissance. Again, Insecure, the Atlantas. Now Vince Staples show, and I don't want to leave out anything. There's definitely a few others out there, but like it's cream of the crop.
Shout out to Kenya Burris. So we go with Blackest on Blackest.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Blackish was cool. I fell off, but
Yeah.
And that had
Sometimes you get too much of a good thing.
Was it like 20 episodes a season or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough for me to.
They did a lot of things. I think they did mixed-ish. They did grown-ish.
Yeah, all the
They did a lot of ish.
The one I really watched was the one on Netflix.
I mean, you could just, but you could tell when a company opens up the budget.
I kind of fucked with it.
Yeah, I like that.
We're gonna keep hollering at them.
Yeah, it's like they kept flipping up the flavors of the cereal. It
was like, hey, another $50 million order.
Yeah,
it's like I don't need that many different types of Cheerios.
I mean, isn't that the same as Power and
100%?
Yes.
Nah, same vibes. I ain't mad at it. I'm just saying that's what it is.
Saying everybody.
Nah, I'm mad at it.
Speaking of that, I know when we speak on Power, I know you're not gonna show up. Right. So you won't see my beautiful lady's face when you do the Power episode. Sorry, guys.
She's not get into it. I just can't get into it. I'm sorry.
Yo, you know what's funny?
Kanan's crazy.
Kanan is
all the way. I didn't. The new joint. Not watching the new joint, right?
I'm never watching Forrest.
Forrest.
The Tommy one.
It's a tough watch, yo.
Yeah.
It's a tough watch.
It's not happening.
Yeah.
I was watching old episodes of Power.
Ghost is a menace.
Yo, and I think I don't know. I can't. I wanted to give him. I felt like I was a little bit too hard on him at the time. Pause.
Oh, wow.
Yo, the show's not good
now.
Yo, listen, the show's
it's
not
bad good.
It's bad
good.
It's
a black soap opera.
It's not
good.
Yeah,
definitely a novella. Definitely a novella.
I think I got tapped out because of Empower. Empire. Like once
Yeah.
I watched
Oh, yeah.
that,
Empire's
Yo.
terrible.
No, I stopped watching that too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I wasn't
Like-
about to be like, all right, this is horrible. Let me go over to power.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
wasn't gonna
yeah,
do that.
yeah.
I was gonna give my.
There's a
mind
part where
around.
Yeah,
Taraji
both
was
of them,
actually in a
you're right.
monkey suit,
Yeah.
a literal
Both of
monkey
them.
suit.
Oh, that's,
I didn't see
See,
that episode.
I
I
didn't
must
see
have.
that
I must have
part.
bailed
And I
out.
think that was like
I
the
think-
first episode of the second
I
season.
think when
that's-
Terrence Howard went
That
to
was
jail, I
when it
stopped
was a
watching
wrap
it.
for me.
I don't even know
Like,
if I made it.
Literal
I don't know
mascot
if it's-
vibes. Like, you know the Phoenix Suns mascot, how it's a
Yeah.
gorilla?
Yeah, yeah.
She had that on without the jersey.
Oh,
And
shit.
she was in a cage.
Yeah, I
I'm
didn't
not
make it.
I'm
Oh,
not
I didn't
nah,
make it,
that's,
yeah.
that's
No, when like
nasty.
Chris Rock was the bad guy in the episode, I said, "This is not believable."
Yo.
I'm supposed to be afraid of Chris Rock. Are we serious here? Let me turn this off.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Those two.
You
at the
foreshadowed
same
the
time
smack. You
were
seen
not
it in
good.
him. You seen that he could get smacked years before.
Yeah.
Fucking juicy smooth. Yeah.
Oh man.
Juicy smooth. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry, folks. We're gonna get right back on topic.
Yeah.
I don't like power.
You had to say that, even though I said right back on topic.
Right.
That's how
That
much
in
you
there,
dislike.
that audio.
Pause. I'll squeeze that in there. But let's see. So what
Yeah.
do we have? We have to did you go through Red Door? That's the
You gotta
amusement
go.
park episode.
We went through most of it. Yeah.
What did you like? Yo, we didn't talk about the
No, we
magic
didn't-
show.
We didn't. Yeah, we didn't go in on that. We didn't even really go in on the Brown
We talked
family
about your
episode.
part about the Bebe's kids.
No, we didn't talk about that on camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about like
Yeah,
parts about the Brown family
Brown
outside
family,
of OJ.
'cause I love just the beginning, yo. Like, again, Vince. I'm a huge fan of his music. So like, a lot of his life is in his music, and a lot of his music and life is in the show. So like, yo, dude talks about being punctual all the time. Yo, he opens the door before she even get a chance to knock. Yo, like, oh, look who decided to show up. Nigga, I'm like that. I'm not even gonna hold you. We going
sure.
somewhere. Ass got to be on time.
For
yo.
sure.
We don't do CPT. My mom was always, yo, we don't truck CPT around here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I love that aspect about it.
Yo, I like that it was a flip on the stereotype too, because what you would assume or infer about him being hood or his mom being hood, that they wouldn't be the picture of punctuality. That they'd probably lean into like the CPT, like, you know, stereotype or whatever. But they're like him and his mom were both big on time.
on timing. Yep.
Like, yeah.
Yep. Hell yeah. I love the oh, y'all talking about me? Yo, that's black mom shit. Like
Oh nah, for
through
sure.
and through, yo. Like, I mean, yeah, we was, but yeah, we're not talking about you, mom. Like, nah,
sure,
get out of
for
here.
sure.
Yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in that situation, yo. Girlfriend, introduced a girlfriend. Now girlfriend is tied to the hip with mom all day. You know what I'm saying? I
Them
love
building
that
a
shit.
bond over being over the mom needing backup. It's crazy.
Was ill. That was some real shit. You know what I'm saying? Watch how you carry the pan, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all rhetoric
She was-
for
she
a
was
family.
kinda
Yeah, but she
earning-
was bugging though.
She was earning a lot of that racially ambiguous stuff that was thrown at her. Cause who carries mac and cheese like that? That pan
Bro,
looked like it was
like,
about to fall over.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was terrible.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
but you know what's
But I've
funny?
heard an aunt say that to somebody, like whether it's a young boy that runs up, like hold it from the bottom, like
Right.
because you have
Yeah,
to come
right.
help aunties unload stuff.
100%.
Like, so I've
It's like
seen
something
that.
you learn.
It is.
Yeah, you
Mac and
gotta
cheese
hold
is
it
not
from
a
the
side
bottom.
dish.
It's a delicacy.
That
Yo.
part.
Said your mom can't
Yeah.
cook. That's not cooking. That's baking.
And my mama can't bake, but she can cook, and mac and cheese is her event thing.
Word.
So I could relate to that. 'Cause my mother made me a cake. It was just a big brownie one time. I was like, you can buy me it from
That's
somewhere else.
hilarious.
Yeah. I love the part, the whole different shirts. Because that's happened
yeah.
at my family
Oh,
reunion.
being left
We
out
had-
of the
Yeah.
group chat.
And we
Yeah.
had
Being
two
left out of the group
separate
chat,
colored
yo.
shirts,
Yeah.
and we were just walking around. And I remember it started pouring, and my mom was like, "That's what we all get for being so ugly to each other." Yeah.
Yo, she said, but she's a vegan. She said, no, she's a hoe.
Yeah, that
He
was
said, "But
crazy.
PJ is a vegan. Paulette Jr. is a hoe."
Yo.
Oh, she said, "But Paulette Jr. is a vegan." She said,
She said
PJ's
PJ's a hoe. Like, yo, and that's
Mom's
funny.
ready to fight.
Yo,
like,
but when you're
The whole,
dealing,
episode.
the whole episode.
but when you're dealing with family, and
Sorry.
some family members do favors, and you never know how you're gonna have them bring it back on you. Because it's like, yo, she's mad about mac and cheese, and she was like, oh my God, after I helped her when her husband got laid off. Like,
Yo, yeah.
where did that come from? How's
But
that
that's
fair?
what family does. They put levels of your help on the same level.
All on the same
It's like you
scale.
can help somebody stay in their home, and like you might not be able to help them move a TV.
Yeah,
They're like,
right.
you remember that time I saved you from being evicted? Like, it's not the same. I have to work, so I'm
right.
not evicted again.
Right,
Then they
right,
tell the whole
right.
family, now you ain't nothing. So
Exactly. Yeah, there was a bunch going on there. I mean, obviously the family fighting,
Yeah.
multiple fights at the family.
the musical
Multiple
chair
fights.
fight is my favorite.
Yeah, crazy.
Niggas
I love
fighting.
the sit down with the uncles.
I
I love that shit.
Yo,
Don't get me.
Got me.
no, don't got me.
Oh no, it's
Yeah,
Get
got
me.
me.
Yo,
Get
don't
me.
got me. Get me.
Yo, crazy. Yeah.
And he also said, what he said something about because he was like he had the best way to bring up like let me hold something. Like he was like, yo, don't mess up your money. Work on the economy. Start right here. Start in Long Beach. Start with me. Start with me. It's like, huh?
what?
He's like, let me hold something. Like he just went so far for a favor. But yo, you know what else was crazy? Which was a nod back, obviously, with it being a family reunion, but also being a cookout, was a nod to Poetic Justice. Is when dude ran over and didn't know him.
In the beginning.
Oh,
And he was like,
yeah.
he was like you. He was like me. You.
Right.
He's like, yo, tell my girl like we was at. So he's like, nigga, I don't,
Don't
know you.
Right. Right.
We ain't even cool like that.
Right. Shout out to
Oh my god.
his wifey punching the girl, punching PJ in the face.
Yo, just hooking off is crazy.
Yeah, she was showing a lot of support.
Yeah.
She was showing a lot of
His cousin that's sitting next to him, that conversation, yo, you need to start in the hood. He's like, yo, you need to put some blowers in the set.
Yo,
That's crazy. And like Vince scolding him
like
visually,
just visually, like yo,
and trying to
fam,
continue the conversation. Like, you know, bringing
Don't
up.
say that.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, you know what else was crazy? It was like to show that the actors were really depicting mother and son by doing the same thing. So it goes, she goes, bye Gladys. And then, because she was talking to her about the mac and cheese thing.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think in the t-shirt thing, and like what group chat, and then she's like, bye Gladys. And then when he burns the chicken, and he hands it to her, he goes, bye Gladys.
Yeah, yep.
It's like you have that relative, though, I feel. And I feel like that's the sense. Like, every time they walk over, be like, all right, you don't got nothing else to do. And everyone feels the same sense of that person.
Right,
Like, they
right,
just come in to
right.
bother you. They just got to say something. So I feel like I liked it. It resonated in my own family.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why it was like I wasn't catching the OJ jump like so quick because
Yo,
I was
that
just being like, oh wow, mac and
still-
cheese, my mama make it. Oh my goodness, all this. It was all fun for me for that stuff.
Yeah. I think most of that episode I was caught with the what you said, them building a relationship.
Yeah.
Because like I mean that happens. You give a girlfriend or whatever, and she didn't seem. I didn't know what their relationship was before that, but it seemed like okay, we're gonna be cool now. Like, and me watching that, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, like, because that's what you want as a guy to see.
Yo, but it
eventually that
sucks.
happen.
It sucks because I
Get
mean,
over a
you
fight.
could speak to that as like going to a function as the girlfriend,
Right.
Like, you get abandoned.
Yes.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You get abandoned, like it's like, and he don't mean to abandon you, but you always end
But
up.
it's kind of since you want to be abandoned because if you hover over someone, like, look at him. Can
That
he leave
too.
him alone?
Right,
Look at
right,
you getting
yeah,
by
it's
yourself.
like
It don't
yeah.
work. You got to be by yourself. You got to
Right.
go help in the kitchen. You got to go ask if there anything you can do. You got to play your role,
Right.
especially in certain families when there's a lot of not loud, but like independent, strong women. It's like they're gonna notice stuff like that. They're gonna smell weakness. They're like, what? He can speak for you. That's
Right.
what it is. So
Right, right.
you know, you got to kind of go out on that.
And
ledge
it's
by
hard
yourself.
too on the guys end to make sure that you're included the whole time because you're at a family reunion and your family's crazy. You know what I mean? And like, and you're doing your part or whatever.
And you
playing
wanna
your
watch her.
role. Right.
but you can't. I mean,
Right.
went to that wedding. I'm like, yo, are you gonna be alright?
Yeah.
Yo, he went, like I had to go to a wedding where I actually ended up being in the wedding, but it wasn't planned.
Oh.
So I was really gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
I had to be gone for pictures. I had to
Right.
be gone for all types of stuff, and I'm just like telling my boys like, yo, make sure she's good.
Right.
Like yo,
Right,
whatever you spend at the bar, I'll give it back to you. Like, you know,
Right,
like make
right.
sure she's alright. Like it's like
Right.
because you just like there's a bunch of unstable humans around. Like I don't know who's gonna say something crazy, and I've brought you to this the wilderness of human interaction.
Right, and
they
you
just
know
like, what
your
you here
family.
for?
Right.
Like you know, like
Right.
But it's like for me, it's like when I come from a crazy family on both sides, so it's like walking into a lot of people's family. Like your side is well mannered compared to my family, so it's like I could deal with like the church folks and everything because my older people are like that, but they're still not as crazy as
the younger.
So.
Okay, so which one are we missing? Are we missing 4?
Yeah,
4 is Red Door.
4 and 5.
Yeah. So Red Door.
Yep, Red Door. Yep.
So
That's the amusement park.
Yep.
Yeah.
So thoughts? I know what you have.
My favorite gym is it reminds me of Bebe Kids.
Yeah, that
So
gym.
he didn't want to be there. He didn't want to feed them.
Yep.
Yo.
There was 3
He
kids
don't want nothing to do
outside
with them
of
kids.
outside of her kids.
Yo, y'all should do YouTube videos with Easter
That's what
eggs.
this is. That's what this is.
Damn.
So I started because I was like the name. So the little boy's named Dee Dee. There's
Yeah.
Pee Wee,
Yeah, it keeps dipping a little bit.
LaShawn, the girl.
Uh-huh.
The other one didn't match his name, but one didn't give money, couldn't eat.
Yup.
And I think that was the main one. He couldn't stand Dee Dee, and the
One
man
didn't
couldn't
have no
stand.
money
Robin
for
couldn't
the
stand Pee Wee.
store. I realized like that now you're
Oh, and then the 2 women. That's the information. They were dressed alike, just like in Bebe Kids, same hairstyle. And they wanted him even though they was rude to him, and he said he couldn't stand them.
Baby's kids.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that fucked me up. Like our banter before, that one fucked me up. I'm
Yeah, the
like,
mascots are the animatronics.
Yep.
The mascots, and then the guy with
wild.
the mascot that was chasing him the whole time with the black glasses, like the security guards, the white security guards
Yeah.
from Bebe's Kids with the black glasses.
With the thick black glasses. Yep. Yeah, it's crazy.
I gave her that one.
Yeah.
Because
Y'all
the
are
minute it
killing
started, I was
this
like,
'cause I
because
missed the whole
by
joint.
that episode, I'm looking for stuff.
Yeah, right,
now,
right,
You know, because now I'm
right,
like, this
right.
is fun. I'm like, ooh, this kind of reminds me of Bebe Kids.
Right.
Do you know the director of the movie is from California, of Bebe's Kids? I had to look that up because it was just, I was like, why would he do this?
Yeah, right.
The director of Bebe's Kids is
Hometown
from
nod.
Los Angeles, California.
Oh, yeah, y'all are killing this because
He said, "Yo,
yo, because I'm watching the joint and I'm like, damn, why is he so mad about going to the amusement park? You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to figure it out as I'm, as it's going or whatever, and I'm like, and then he, goes off for the chicken, and all that. But I'm
But
just
that's
like,
why
what is?
I say the episode 1 is foreshadow because when they give him the Surf City tickets, he goes, I hate that place. He tells the cops he
Yeah,
hates
you're
that
right.
place.
He does say that.
And then,
Damn.
I mean, I thought it was ironic when they went to the when he went to the magic show.
Yo, when he went into the magic show, I'm not even gonna lie, I did like this. And then it came back like
Right.
I was like, what is like by that point, and I'm on episode 4, and I'm already trying to figure out what is this show about? What is the thing? Is this chronological? Is this what is the point? Where am I supposed to be with my? And then he goes into that magic show, and I know he's waiting for the chicken. The whole chicken thing is weird with the Asian dude, and then now the white dude, and he's in this
The white
weird
dude that
place. He
doesn't
just
talk
waits
is
for the
crazy.
chicken.
Yeah, and got a
He
cue
took all the
card.
money.
Got a cue card.
Yeah.
Nigga, give me all of it.
No change. Nigga, give me
just
all
kept
that
moving 'em.
motherfucking sauce.
Like how could you just give him a few condiments?
He gave him
Right.
And then
$100
say
for
there's
2
no
mil
change.
and gave him back
Right.
$10. Like,
That's sick.
Yeah, that's sick.
yeah, no, that one was good. But I feel like the magic show is like up for your own interpretation unless he really says what it is.
Yeah,
Right.
but the abstract part of that, like remember we was talking about like the guy is white. And the guy performing for him.
Yeah, and I said
Instead
like
of him performing
he was
for the guy.
excited that this guy was killing himself to entertain him. Cause I asked him, I said, "What do you
that's
think
what-
happened at the end?" He was like, "He
That's
shot
what
himself."
Our entertainment looks like
To them. Because we're sitting there bored for mediocre. Push yourself further. Push yourself further.
I got it.
He's like,
And
I'm
that's why he stood up
rewatch.
and finally showed
Rewatch
emotion
about to
in
be
class.
crazy.
He killed himself.
That's crazy. Yo, I'm so jaded, yo, and I don't even know how I got this way. I'm trying to figure out what my problem
Yo, the
is.
first step is admitting you have a problem.
Yeah, because, like, y'all,
But I feel a lot of people like you, like when they went into the show comparing it immediately to other things,
Yeah.
they didn't like it.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are comparing it to ATL.
Right.
Yeah.
I've never seen ATL. So
Really?
I'm watching
Yo.
something.
okay.
You know what I
So
mean?
that, yeah.
I feel like that's what it is. You have to watch
Clean
it from a
slate.
very new. And
Yes.
Donald Glover did help him write this.
Right. Okay.
So, but I think you have to go into it with a whole new perspective.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah,
go
yeah.
into it like looking at it like that.
That makes sense. Damn, you didn't see ATL. Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
We were talking about that,
I've watched
yeah.
Atlanta front to back multiple times.
Okay.
That's like we were saying it before. Like that's
He
my
convinced
shit.
me to. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try it again. I'm gonna skip the first episode, maybe the second one.
Yeah,
right
I
to
mean,
the third.
yo, and that show once it gets was it like the last season? I mean, and see, this is why I went to YouTube. Now, see what I didn't understand about ATL. Even then, it was supposed to be surrealism.
Surrealism.
Yeah.
Heavy surrealism.
Right,
Saying that.
and I didn't get that. And when they told me that The Sopranos was surrealism, it made more sense because
my shit too,
but like from when I first tried to watch The Sopranos, and he tries to run the dude over in the
First episode.
yeah in front of everywhere. I'm like, how is everybody? Because I'm looking for the mobster movie in it. You know what I mean, or the mobster show.
And it
Makes
and
sense.
it does
And-
have a lot of
And that was wild,
shit, yeah.
exaggerated though. I'm like, all right, yeah, mob and all of that, but bro, you ain't running over like you know what I
Right.
mean. Somebody.
funny
in the
thing
middle,
about
in
The
front of everybody.
Sopranos sidebar. It was supposed to originally be a comedy. HBO asked David Chase to go back and can you darken it up a little bit. So I've again watched the series front to back. It's mad funny moments.
Right.
But then like this dude's killing people and extortion and all, he's cheating on his wife ridiculously. Like it's such a heightened, sensationalized version of the mob, while also depicting the mob in a transition phase. Like from the very first episode, he's talking about, yo, like he's sitting with his therapist. He's like, yo, I feel like I came into this thing late.
Right.
Like I came into it like we're past the glory days. There's fast forward and I think by the last season, they're trying to shake down a Starbucks, and they go to the manager and they're like, yo, this is not that good of a neighborhood. We do protection and all this other shit. And the manager's just looking at him
Starbucks?
he's just looking at him like, he's like, yo, bro, like, yo, listen, if something happens to me, bro, they just gonna get another dude. He's gonna be another manager next week.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
This
I
is
don't know who
corporate.
works up in
Right.
corporate.
This is not a mom and
Yeah,
pop
right,
shop.
It's not a mom and pop
right,
shop.
right,
yo.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Can't
Yeah.
lean on Starbucks.
Yo, facts. I mean, they
The
lean.
game
Look
is
at what they
different
doing
now.
around here, bro. They leaning on everybody else. Yo. They the mob. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
Corporate
right,
America.
right.
yo.
Big bang,
That's
take
the
little
big
bang.
one. Yep.
Right.
Straight like that. So yeah. No, there's a lot of parallels like
I know you seen them arguing at the end.
Which one?
of the
At
episode.
the end of Red Door.
Yeah.
When
Bitch, you left me for dead.
Yeah.
They were accusing me of stealing. He goes, you do steal.
Yeah,
You
but
do
you
steal.
Yeah, you do steal. Yo.
So now I'm like, you probably was in there stealing, and then you stole to prove his point.
And then the whole time, like, they weren't the parents, they're the big brother, the big sister and the boyfriend.
Yeah.
But the whole time they're arguing, still singing happy birthday.
Yeah.
And the kids
yes.
still kids still smiling over the
whole
candles.
time, yeah.
Like, the argument doesn't matter.
Yeah, the desensitizates. Yes.
Desensitization.
That.
That.
We know what you mean.
Yeah.
They sensitive.
Right, right,
Not
right,
sensitive.
right. Yeah, right.
But I
right.
noticed too, I was like, she probably does steal because when she took the hat, she didn't tell her brother to take something. He just took something. Like he just took something. So it's like a,
Family thing.
yeah,
Yo, and it's
it's a
funny
learned
'cause-
behavior.
Y'all
Right.
niggas.
He's
stupid.
like,
Right.
yo, I didn't.
So what you
My
do?
mom didn't give me no money. But then as soon as she's like, oh, get whatever you want. You notice they just in the back just stealing. Why you telling her that you don't got no money when you just gonna steal anyway? Yo, like, yo, kids is bugged out.
Yo, shout out to the lady that was not cool with him trying to give her charity.
Oh,
he was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like she was like giving
Yeah.
her son like the real heartfelt story when she's like, oh, this is all the money we had to just be able to get here. We can't get the other stuff. Try to slide her a couple $100. She's like,
Yeah.
we look homeless.
Yo,
And the son was
well
even
put
kind of
together.
looking like with the
Like, what
face
you-
like,
what are you doing, yo?
why you giving her money?
Right.
yo, yeah,
A lot of pride.
damn,
Is that what that was?
Definitely
for
pride.
sure.
I don't know if it was pride. She could have been a mom not trying to have him have some more fries because he had high cholesterol. She's parenting. Mind your business. No one asked you for no money.
Dang, take the
She
200.
looked, she looked put together. She looked.
Take the 200.
Oh,
These
yeah,
are
they-
for-
they-
looked-
they
the son
definitely
did
didn't
not
look like they
look
were
hungry.
struggling. Yeah, they
The
didn't
son
look like
did
they
not
were
look
struggling.
hungry.
Right,
So
right,
she probably looking
right.
like, boy,
Respect.
mind your business of what I'm talking to my son about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And that's kind of what I wasn't sure if like that's where my mind went. Like maybe she don't want him to have it. You know what I mean? And she's telling him that story or whatever. And
But like I said, it's such a good series because both sides could resonate on different ways. I could have pride and be like, I ain't taking you, boy, I don't want your money, but really need it. Or I'm like, if you don't mind your business, I'd have told this kid we ain't getting nothing else. So you can keep your dusty $100 to yourself. So it could go both ways.
But I mean, back to heartfelt moments. If we go back to the Black Business episode, when he had the heartfelt moment after the Queen Latifah thing, when he was like, "Yeah, I just wanted to be enough. I just wanted to be in here like I wanted to be up in here like you and them white folks." And then Vince is like, "They just turned me down.
Right?
They don't even like me. They don't like me. They're like, it looks away to us. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes what we're going for isn't even like there's nothing there at the end of it."
Right. Yeah. No, and I did see that because the thing is, and I think that's just happened to me in my own life, right? So it's like you want to get to a level, but then you get to the level, and then you realize, right? Like for me, like I'll say, like all right, if my thinking, being from the inner city was whatever. Oh, nah, yeah, because we only do this. Blah, blah, blah. But then you get to like career world or whatever, corporate world, and you realize that that's not really the flyest shit either. Right. You know what I mean? Right. And then so it's like
that's that Martin Luther King. I led my people to the burning house.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the grass being greener since that shit is fake.
And success is great. You still want to be successful. You still want the financial and all of that stuff, but you just notice that, you know what I mean? Like there's bullshit here too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everything has its own batch of nonsense on the side.
Just pick your poison.
Right.
100%.
Right.
And then it also alludes to the fact that he tried to do it the right way, and then he runs into his homeboy who's trying to do the same thing, but not the right way whatsoever.
At all. Right.
But they're both trying to get to the same level.
Right.
And there's no difference in the mind of the homeboy because he references the teacher. It says, she said we wasn't gonna be nothing. Look at us.
Look at us.
Right, we're killing it.
Like that's success.
Yo,
I mean, plus he's like, yo, bro, we good, we union.
Right.
Yo, I was about to bring that up because as someone that's union through and through, yo, that shit resonated with me, yo.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All of that, we humble shit. Yo, I just need a light 800K, bro. That shit took me out, yo. That shit took me out. Yeah.
But then I'm
like, well, why if you in the union and all of that? Y'all all got good jobs. Like, why you?
He said I can't ball off double shifts.
Yep.
He said it. He said it.
He
said it. He really said it. And if you think about it,
their getaway plan
it was so flawed.
Contingent on them going to a fly Airbnb that their man's found online. And he's like, yeah, I figure it's enough money.
Not Tulum. In Tulum.
He found the bank on Drink Champs.
Yeah.
He said, y'all
the Jay-Z episode.
Yo, great.
So I'll send you the link.
And then what did he say? He's like, yo, that should be enough for us to survive in there for like for a few weeks, right?
Yeah,
and then we
then
good
we'll
after that. Like,
you use your vacation time
for a bro trip?
Like that, right? You just doing it for a vacation.
So but he knew by the end he was going to jail.
Oh, for sure.
Because he was like, yo, this is gonna help you with your case. He knew he was going to jail. He said, yo, in the movies, like they usually take out two hostages. That could probably help you with your case.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like, you so smart. You should have been with us on the crew. Like, yo, man, just holler at me next time.
Right. Yo, you know what I think? Like now, like it's like everybody's crazy. Like everybody he interacts with in this show,
nobody's okay.
It's actually wild.
Nobody's okay.
If you think about it, every character is negative in some type of way.
Yeah.
Every character, his girlfriend, the kids are even bad because they're still like. There's nobody positive really.
Yeah.
That's overall positive on that show.
But I always said that's what makes movies. Like most movies are built by some fundamental mistake in the beginning. Like at the end of the day, if that mistake doesn't happen, you don't have a movie. Like something goes wrong, and then here we go for 2 hours.
That's the literal formula. You know what I mean? You meet all of the characters, then there's a problem in the second act, and then the lead character figures out what they're gonna do in the third act. Exactly, whatever. But damn,
so you know the technical stuff,
right? You know it's crazy, and I think when you said nobody was positive, and I think that's kind of what is positive though. What your moral base for everybody is different. You know what I mean? In real life and on that show. You know what I mean? Like
that's why I thought it was dope. Remember I told you the cultural shift of the perception of the hood family. Like, you know what I mean? Like the hood mom was protective of the son as far as like it was a negative for the girl to be soft or prim and proper as she thought. She was like, oh, she's too soft for you.
Right.
Like, that's not good for you.
Right.
Like, you
But
know
he
what I mean?
also
Like,
portrayed it that way.
exactly.
If you gonna call your mama and say, I can't call my girl because I don't want to bother her with this thing, you don't need to be with her.
But
you
I
know where
also
you live. You know these type of cops.
But I also think that was like a man thing where you're like you have a crazy day and you're not trying to let your lady feel the weight of it. Like majority, like that whole like how they do the callback at the end where he's going to the house. That's like a normal thing where like you just like don't bring all your issues to the forefront.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I get that. It's also because he killed somebody.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Spit the damn shit.
He 100% committed a homicide.
Plausible deniability. He
And
was
she moved
protecting
that
her.
gun with no care in the world. She touched the gun like, oh, look, the tickets back. Like, she knows who he is.
Right.
Like, obviously. It's like, she's not privy. I feel like the reason why they kept doing that, putting her in that light, because of how light-skinned she was. That touches on colorism. If you light-skinned, you soft, right?
Okay.
And a lot of, when the girls are like that, you conceited, you stank. Look how the mama treated her the entire time until she saw she was about that life.
Yeah, I mean,
because
but
she had to stand up to the mom first before she popped PJ.
which is crazy
She had to tell her
because
she was an asshole.
because the guy that was working at the amusement park was also light skinned. He threw it
He was
right
giving
down her.
light skin behavior.
Yeah, but then he
know they
said
say that from
she
men.
looked at him with white. She looked at me with white gaze.
It's like self-hatred, yo.
Self-hatred, yep. And you know how ironic that is? They both said the same thing. When she first got there and she called him broke because if we wasn't broke, we would be at Disneyland. He said the same thing to her when she went to the place.
Like, yeah.
She had just said that to Vince in the parking lot.
Oh,
There you go.
yep. Damn.
You hate what you like or what you see. So I
Before
feel
we
like
got
that's
out
what
of
it
here,
was.
we do got to touch upon the last episode.
Oh, for
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's a deep one.
White boy.
Yeah.
Yo, look, off top, right? So as being person being called white boy,
Oh man, here we go.
right? So like for whatever reason, like, you know, just even being like, you know, I got friends, street friends, real street friends, right? And I never was the street, right? And I never had a problem with that, right? I was, you know, even with the music, right?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I'm the one that was gonna get on the laptop, put on the sweater, hey, how you doing, sir? Da 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 da, and be the bridge for my friends that's not about to send the emails and do all of that kind of stuff or whatever at the time.
Using
right?
your tools.
I was
to,
the geek.
to help.
You know what I mean? I was the
group
nerd,
one.
right? Of the crew, or whatever, right? So when they was like, "Who is it?" They call him White Boy, right? I was like, "Oh shoot!" Like I could see where they're gonna play off of, like, because that can cause resentment for some people. You know what I mean?
I get it.
We're like, I've always been good being me. You know what I mean? Like I know I'm a nerd. You know what I mean? Right? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not a street dude, right? And I never had a problem with trying to prove that. But when I saw the title and I heard them say, "Oh yeah, they used to call him White Boy," I was like, "Oh yeah, he's gonna be wild." You know what I mean? He's gonna have something to prove.
He's still
you know what I mean?
he's still upset.
How many?
I didn't
guns
think it was
in
like
that
Because we
movie,
still
man?
don't know what the initial
What
beef
the problem was,
Because he
right.
doesn't even really, he remembered him when he saw him.
Right.
But doesn't remember him enough to know. I feel like if I was calling someone white boy
Right.
and he's so different from everybody in school, I'm going to remember him
Remember
off the
him,
nickname.
right.
So, I mean,
right.
so
and
I
what would be
wonder-
the point in calling it because he was dark skinned. You know what I mean?
So I
Regular
wonder
looking
if it was
dude.
one of those like okay, there's two Vinces. So you know how they did like two Terrences, and it was like, yo, is it T-Loke or is it Trouble T? Like,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right.
did they have to divide the Vinces so he was like the one that spoke more proper,
That's where I was gonna go. Maybe.
or he was the
His
more
upbringing,
articulate
better
one?
grades,
So
or
then,
whatever,
he was
or-
the smart one. So then they
Yeah.
were like, oh, he like you know, like you speak properly, you talk white.
Right. Yeah. Right.
White boy
Right.
Vince.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Did he
right.
speak enough for us to say
We
that?
don't
No,
know.
I'm just saying. Well, we're
Because in my
shooting.
mind, I was like, he had the polo, he had the minivan, he
Yeah.
had the sun.
He worked at
Yeah.
Amazon. Well,
That's what-
amazing.
but that's
Did you see
what
the
I'm
shirt said
saying.
amazing?
That you
Nah,
could
that's
still be-
crazy. Though. Nah, I never get that.
He could have just
I saw
got
the
off
blue,
of work
but
and
like,
still
yo, that's-
lived
yo.
a worse life than what Vince lives.
Right,
but because
right,
he
right.
has the kid in the minivan, it
Right.
paints him that way. But he was way more reckless.
100%.
It was kill or be killed for Vince.
Right.
But it's
It was,
talk
I'm
about
gonna chase you down and kill you.
Right.
I just clocked out. I don't have time to drop him off because I just picked him up.
Right.
I have all my guns. That's probably his life.
Dad,
Right.
can we go to Happy Boy?
right,
yo,
right,
getting your
right.
son drive through.
You're not even
And-
phased. Like you didn't even look back when the bullet came through.
Right.
He
But
didn't look back.
The
His
way
son's
he was
screaming.
simultaneously chasing and trying to gun someone down while parenting was ridiculous.
wild. Yeah.
Like, oh, seatbelt. Like, oh man, like, yo, hey, not too many sweets. Didn't you have dessert at school with your lunch? Like, fam, you are trying to murder someone.
Yo.
Like, stop parenting simultaneously.
But
Like,
the other thing about
bring him home.
the thing
Where's
about
the
that
after-school program?
that made me laugh is I'm like, is this a play on like people like understanding that you can't do this shit your whole life?
Or you can't
Like,
do it full time.
I mean, you can't do it full time.
Because I got cousins that's like that.
Right.
They will go help their daughter cheer.
Yeah, right.
But then next week, if a cop roll up, they need to get another car. They out the window because it's a
Right.
dual life.
Right, exactly.
They're not Poke.
Yes.
Who says no matter what, this is my life nonstop.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
I'm always gonna be
It's
street.
the
I'm always gonna
duality,
be concrete.
and that's what I was. We talked about it a little bit earlier. When you go back to the dude dancing and forgetting that he's in the middle of the robbery, like you know what I mean. Like all of these things show duality. So then when like dude is like literally there in full dead president's garb, and he's like, oh no. Light foam on the macchiato.
Right.
Like it's
right,
like,
right,
yo,
right,
like there's
right,
so
right,
many
right,
layers to
right.
these people. So when you see the mom on the news in Life, and she's like, no, my son was never like that. Like all we know is for him to be a hood nigga.
Right.
So in our head, we're like, of course he's like that.
Right.
But he still went
To
to the.
church, and
He went to
kissed
church. He
his
went to
mom,
family
his
function,
grandma,
and they
the
never
local
seen that
elders.
side of him.
Of them, right.
So
right,
that's what
right,
they're
right,
showing in
right.
the show. Like while he's doing all these things at the same, like these people doing these things at the same time is like wild.
Right. Because
Because you're just seeing them live in both worlds.
How ridiculous trying to hit like some type of lick in like the modern world, yo. Like, yo, when he pops the first shot at Vince, he got the modern minivan that you can't even shut the door. It's electronic.
the
So,
button.
like, he's like waiting for it to shut. Yo,
Yeah.
I might have
Right.
laughed a little too hard at that, but
Right.
I'm like, damn, yo, that's annoying, yo.
But
true.
that overhead shot is to show you how much that whole community is desensitized to violence because this nigga just randomly shot at him and
Yo,
nothing
yeah,
changed.
nothing even
School
changed,
parking
right.
lot, yo.
Right.
Popping
Like-
shots.
Right.
Come on, man.
Looked around, got in the car.
See, that sounds like to me in my head, I could hear Vince Staples saying something like that.
Yeah.
Like I could hear him explaining, yeah, man, niggas be gangbanging with the brand new minivans.
Always.
You know what I mean?
Because
I
he
could hear
randomly
him
would say
saying
stuff.
that.
He'll be on like the Joe Budden podcast,
Yeah.
and he'll be like, "Oh man, like you know, like niggas a gangbang. All right, hang up," and he'll just hang up, and you'd be like, "What?" Like, or there was like in the most recent interview, he was like, he was on the phone with his manager, and he was like telling him, and he was like, that's when he started explaining to me that some of this stuff is ridiculous. Like because he was like, he was just like, oh man, the baby shower got raided. I'm gonna call you back. And he was like, yo, what do you mean the baby shower got like his manager's just like, what do you mean the baby shower got? You know that's not supposed to happen, right? He's like, nah, it happens all the time. Like this is normal life.
Right.
So
right,
like
right.
that level of being desensitized is throughout.
Yeah, that's wild.
I mean, his music, yo, like just talking about his mom being, they don't say it in the show, but his mom and his pops both gangbangers.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
dad
saying?
in and
So
out of
like, you
jail.
see like the tough upbringing and shit like that, and a lot of it, like we referenced him bleeping out his gang name, yo. Like he said in his music and in interviews, I'm trying to separate from the gang life. Like this is a former part of me. Like I did this in middle school, high school. That's not me anymore. So, Vince been talking about trying to break into movies and shit like that. Yo, we see it. Budden talks about it all the time. Like, oh, bro, you're one of the leading, young artists that got all these endorsement deals. The Sprite deal, the Acura deal. You know what I'm saying? Popping up in a movie like
He's a
Dope.
smart kid.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Smart. Yo, this kid is intelligent. Again, call back to the black business. Yo, throw that money on the blockchain. Yo, hood niggas are smart now. Yo, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, and
Because he's asked him how he wanted to clean the money, right? He was like, yo, it's put it on the blockchain. It's untraceable.
that's another thing. When we talk about the macchiato, I start thinking about hood niggas are very different now, yo. Now
Yeah,
hood
not what it
niggas
used
have
to be.
macchiatos and you know what I mean, and be in
but,
the union.
Yo, the funny thing is, crime is very different now.
So we talking about his
Crime,
looks,
crime
right?
is people like being scammers.
Right.
It's not. It's
Yeah,
not.
right.
You know what I mean? Like
it's
right.
a lot
it's
of
the dark web.
technological
Yeah,
shit.
It's you know what I mean?
right,
Like it's busting down credit cards.
Right,
Like crime is
right.
very white collar, even in the hood.
Has anybody seen Weeds?
No.
Oh, I
Not
did.
really.
When
Ooh.
the mom
Weeds?
sold weed to support the family and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. She built a
So
whole
U-Turn.
empire.
Remember when she started fucking with U-Turn? And they do
No.
a drive-by in the hybrid.
Yo.
Oh, I gotta
They do a
rewatch
drive-by in a
that.
Prius, yo. And he's like,
Wow.
yo, this is kind of nice. So they roll up on dudes, and he's like, yo, I just bought a bunch of Priuses for the homies because you can't hear these shits pulling up on the drive-by. Yeah,
Different logic.
yeah,
Yo, the
That's
street
smart too. I
world
feel like
has
that might have been around the time
changed.
Hybrids was coming out too.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, that was like 08, 2009,
Yeah,
somewhere around
yeah.
there. Yeah,
Technology and it's like we're just in such a different place. Like even being poor is a different poor or a different. You know what I mean?
I mean, poor is $1,000 iPhone in your pocket nowadays.
right.
Big facts.
Like
Yeah.
that's current day poor.
I mean, even if you have
Like-
no money and you just have a phone, you have AI in your pocket. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you have, and
Still
it's
have
it's kind of
access.
wild
Access to
You have
the internet.
access to things that people with money
that we
have.
never would have had.
Yeah.
Right?
You
in
still
the
have an
past.
ability to do something and make a profit with no money.
Yeah.
But do you have
That's
a digital
wild.
consciousness of yourself for after you die?
I don't even want to get in.
That's a whole. That's a
That's
whole
a whole
other pod.
different-
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
whole other pod.
Sorry, I had
that's
to do the
it.
callback. It was right there.
Yeah. The White Boy episode. I mean, Easter eggs. Again, Tarantino threw it all when he switches the
The
clothes,
outfit in the laundry,
looking just like
Vincent.
Sam Jackson's character. Yo, I want to honestly say it's the same team. It's like Santa.
No, it's the
Cruz
exact
something.
same outfit. It's Vincent that's wearing it, not Samuel Jackson. It's
Oh,
Vincent.
see that's
He has the
and
team.
I want to
It's
know
the same
why.
outfit.
Yeah, I heard it's the same team.
And
on
I
the
thought
shirt.
that was clever because his name is
Word.
Vincent. He put Vince in
And,
it.
and yeah, and Vincent Vega. Yeah, so that's
Wow.
It's
yeah,
the
that's
same exact
wild.
shirt. Same exact shirt. Because I
Alright,
Googled it because I was like,
When he
Yeah,
was
something
coming
funny about that.
What
Yeah,
was
yeah.
happening when he was walking out the laundromat when he looked into the other room and
the BBL
Oh, the
in
that's
the
what it was.
laundry
It was
mat.
the
Yeah.
BBL in the laundry.
It was like the butt shot.
That sound like some shit Vince Staples would say
Yeah.
too. Yeah, man, because you can get a BBL in the laundromat and about like
Yeah, he would
I
say
feel
something
like that's
crazy
the
like
norm
that.
anywhere these days.
100%.
Too. People
Yeah.
doing those in basements. So.
And then there was the callback to the scripture that OJ's character had.
Oh,
Members
you
of
could
the-
feed 5,000 people with 5 loaves of bread.
Because the dude said that when he complained about the gun only having 6 shots.
And then he wrote it on that sticky when he started grilling, so he could literally feed the family.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real shit. I love the shot. It's like in Pulp Fiction when Ving Rhames is walking out with the donuts and he sees Bruce Willis in traffic. Same thing with Vince when he's walking and he stops and he looks over.
Oh, yeah.
and Buddy's
Yeah,
getting him over.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
I love anything Tarantino. So it's
Yeah.
I'm
When I started overly looking for stuff, like, I mean, we like numbers and stuff like that. So when he gets stopped and the cars go like this, the time on the time in the car was 444.
Oh, I didn't notice
no
that. No, I didn't notice that.
Damn.
I didn't know.
Because that's
That
what I was
shit's not
telling
there
you.
by
I wanted to
mistake, like
see
you
if
were
there's
saying.
significance with the house he ran into. They show the number of the address on when he runs into that man's house and the man's not surprised he's there. I want to know the significance of those numbers.
Word.
Couldn't think
What were
about
they?
it.
Did
I don't
you
know. I don't remember the
Yeah, yeah,
address.
we'll
It
have
was
to
like
run it back.
1248 or something like that.
Something. It's got to be something.
It has to be because that whole scene meant something.
Yeah.
The man was too calm, knew exactly what he needed.
Right.
Or it could be a test to how many people run into people's houses because it's
Yeah, it
norm.
could just be how normal that sort of thing is.
But I feel like if he was to make things just normal without an underlying message, then it would have been throughout the entire series. I
Right,
feel like every time
right.
we said, "Oh, violence is normal," but we all was able to peel a layer back, like, "But it could have been this, but it could have
Right.
been this, but it could have been that." So it has to be something else as well.
See, I was wondering if it was a callback to his Hell Can Wait. It's 6,500 on the front of the house, on the album cover, but I don't think it was
No,
6,500.
it's 4 different numbers. Yeah, it's like 1428 or something like that. I don't know, but I remember seeing it when he runs in. I'm like, I wonder if that means something.
Oh man, I mean,
Like I love red herrings and like solving mysteries. So that stuff is so fun for me.
Right.
Yeah.
oh man, I know we're so out of order, but before we leave, we cannot skip talking about his sister. And being
She my favorite.
being
She's
hood-
the favorite
being
thing.
hood in
Gotta
corporate.
go fight hard.
She said she was swamped while she was doing the signs illegally.
Had
Whoop
the
his
homies
But this is what I
taking
say.
down the signs, yo.
Nobody,
Get him.
nobody was positive, but everybody was trying to find a positive meme.
Yes.
Everybody was trying to be
Yeah.
successful.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
she's
yeah.
still trying to be a real estate agent, but she
Right.
I
doing
don't
it
do
the completely
jail
wrong
houses.
way.
I sell houses.
She said, "Gotta go fight hard."
Wait, but then I think that was like that was a brother sister relationship thing too.
Yeah.
because
She's like, oh my God, look at you being so thoughtful. I got to get me a nigga like that. And
Right.
he's like, yo, you about to be married. She's like, what's that mean?
And you know what's funny? She was not in Brown family.
Nah, at all. She was busy. She was working. And she
Yeah,
wasn't
real
blowing her
estate.
vacation time because she was going to Africa.
Maybe
Right.
that's what they
Word.
said.
Oh,
That's where she was. Okay. Okay.
That's what it was. Yeah, nah, she was funny too. Though.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's what it was. It was like, yeah, it's like everybody else, the world that he was in, because the world that he was in was wild.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody was,
And then he was like I said, like he comes home, like you said, the metaphor of the weight of the world on his shoulders. But the first two people he called were two women, his sister and his mother, because they are in that world with him.
right. The
Even
closest.
though his girlfriend was trying to bring him in that world for no reason, because what did she say to homeboy?
Oh, yeah.
No, get my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right.
What you stealing?
right,
Like, I'm going to get my nigga.
right,
What you
Oh,
stealing?
man.
right.
The shit
He's
that they
Vince
brought up
Staples.
on-
Who is Vince Staples?
on Budden, where they were like, about the amusement park episode, where they're like, yo, when your girl is with you, she loses all her.
Oh
like,
yeah,
we talked about that.
Sense of like awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they're taking a photo and he
yeah.
notices the mascot, like, you know, cuz.
Like,
And
that
she's like,
nigga's
yo,
mad.
he ain't looking at you, but no.
And then she brings him
these
into
niggas
the
is trying to
picture.
hop on me. Yo,
Oh, we
Yeah.
completely skipped that part.
Go ahead.
The lady that drew him with the red balloon.
Oh, yeah.
That
the,
means something.
the
I just
fortune
don't know.
teller.
I have a
yeah,
red
fortune
balloon
very-
tattooed
yeah, she's
on
like,
me,
I'm
which is
here.
crazy.
What did she say? Like, I've been here forever or something.
I haven't seen. I've seen a lot of hate. I've seen some lust, but I
But then
haven't
she
seen
says-
true love.
Word.
But then she says the brother's name. She was like, you
Yup.
know, it's his birthday. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
lady.
Yeah, she was a medium. She was locked in.
You gotta lock in and watch Atlanta.
I do. I
Yeah.
guess I
You
do. I
gotta
guess I
lock in.
do.
Because, yo, there's so much to talk about, like,
Elena's
just how
wild,
we're
too.
doing this. Huh?
Yeah, I said Elena's wild.
Yeah,
Elena's
Atlanta
wild.
is insane, yo. Like, you get through, skip that first van episode. I'll tell you right now, that's probably the worst episode in the whole series. Yo. Like,
was.
it's completely pointless, yo. It's just trying to give Zazie Beetz, and no shade to her, she's a great actor, but like, it's just giving her some plot. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Giving her more of a purpose in the show, but that episode is fucking pointless.
Yeah. All right, I'll watch it again.
All the Paperboy episodes are amazing. Like, it's you gotta watch it.
Yeah.
This might have piqued my interest if it's anything similar to it. Now I want to see what else is in there that I can find. So.
Yeah, you'll be able to pull a lot there.
Yeah,
like, yo, just
absolutely.
like I referenced the it's like episode 1 of the 3rd season where they start going into the anthology shit where Donald Glover and them not the main characters.
Yeah.
But like, yo, he writes in that little boy's
You told me about
that viral photo and combines it with like the mystique of Lake Lanier, which
Oh man, yeah,
know
that
what I'm
one.
saying?
That's when he said that. I was
The
like,
intro-
now I want to see that one.
That
the intro
one was wild.
to the episode fucked me up because you're not prepared for it.
Yeah.
And it's just
Hold on,
it's
is that
the
the
white
with the
dude?
kids?
It's their with the kids, the foster
talk
home.
about
Yeah,
it.
with the foster family and all
spoiler
of that.
alert.
And
Guys,
how-
guys,
No
a spoiler.
spoiler
alert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Wild.
It's a wild.
That may be
Yeah.
that may be next on our slate. I mean, I know as we wrap this episode, we're gonna talk after and see
Yeah.
what's next. But I think the experiment was great.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
Yeah. Have fun.
Yeah, y'all helped me.
I
Y'all was
these
my
shows, music.
Yeah.
I talk this shit all day.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
So I mean, on that note, if there's anything that you've seen or heard that you'd like us to talk about, make sure that you send it to us directly on IG, and we'll throw that in the pot for our next topic. But y'all have a good night.
Yeah.
Peace.
All right, now we can talk.